Not that tall. I'm tall, but bumbleclot. What he ras clot. What he ras clot. Hey guys. Hey guys. So today we're talking about manipulation. I want to make sure my mic is good. Let me increase my microphone because I know sometimes. Hold on, let me increase my microphone. Okay. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Excuse me with all this animal fur. You guys know I got some dogs or whatever. Can you guys hear me? I want to make sure you guys can hear me. Is the audio good? Is the audio good? Yes, no, maybe? Is the audio good? Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so guys, today we're talking about manipulation. We're also going to talk about manifestation, like, some things that I discovered with the Jews Money Secrets ebook, and just the baddie blueprint, and also the digital blueprint. But we're going to talk about that towards the end. I want you guys to like this live. Liking is free, okay? Liking is very free. So I want you guys to like this live. Let's get this live to about 2K likes, and then we're going to get started on manipulation. I think manipulation is very important for women to know because men are the masters at manipulation. Men are the masters at manipulation. And I feel like, manipulation has a negative connotation, but when you use manipulation to the best of your abilities, it works well for you. You can manipulate your life to be what it wants to be. You can manipulate anybody to do anything you want to do. Right? So let's get this live to about 2K likes. 2K likes is not a lot. And then we're going to get into how to manipulate. Okay? The proper ways to manipulate. Because there's no reason why men are manipulating you women to think that you're going to have your happily ever after. There's no reason why they're manipulating you out your drawers. So this 2025, this 2024, I want all of us collectively as women to understand, to learn from men. So instead of us attacking men, we're entering 2025 playing their game because they put themselves first, they know their worth, and they're the masters at manipulation. Because again, in this life, we're not playing checkers, we're playing chess. Okay? So get this live to about 2K likes, and then we're going to get started on how to be the master manipulator. The dog is good. He's right here. Both of them are sleeping. One is eating meat. Okay? So get this live to 2K likes, and then we're going to get started on how to manipulate. I want to make sure that we get, because liking is free. Commenting and liking is very, very free. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. I want you guys to like and comment. When you guys like and comment, it makes me feel more motivated to come on live because I have not been feeling like coming on live of lately. But I'm here. All right. So we are at 2.6 likes. That's all I'm asking for. So the first thing in being a master manipulator, hold on, I need to put my timer on because I don't want to be longer. I don't want to be on here longer than I'm supposed to. You guys got an hour of my time. An hour. A good solid hour. So we got to make this hour count, okay? No, I'm not somewhere else. The studio is there. The connection over there is kind of a little bit bad. So I like to be here where the connection is stable, okay? You ready? Okay, the first thing is lying. Yeah. You have to be a good liar in order to be a master manipulator. You can't get past that. Think about it like this, right? When we think of men, right, and we be like, oh my God, he did this, he manipulated me. Most of the time, when women say a man has manipulated them, it's usually because he lied. So you have to be good at lying. You have to lie to him. Sometimes you have to tell him, oh my God, I like you, even though you know you don't like him. And if we want to use manipulation to our lives, sometimes you have to lie to yourself, right? You know how they be like, oh, be honest, but sometimes you have to be delusional when it comes to upgrading your life. So again, manipulation can work for both men and your life as well. The number one thing is lying. Yeah. Tell him you like him even though you don't like him. Yeah. Tell him he's going to sleep with you even though you know he's not going to sleep with you. Yeah. A lot of you are too honest. A lot of you get a guy that is willing to spend money on you, but you may not like them for whatever reason because some of you, I don't know what it is with women collectively, but women always like the men that treat them like trash. I never understand. Women always like the men that treat them like trash. That's the reason why men be treating women like trash. But anyways, besides the point, we don't want to get off topic. Some of you have a guy that is willing to do a lot for you, give you money, but then you be like, oh, I don't like him like that. Yeah, I don't like him. Bitch, you're supposed to lie. You're supposed to lie. A lot of times, these men will sit there and tell you, oh my God, you're going to be my girlfriend. Oh my God, you're going to be my wife. You know, Christian, you know I'm with my rants. They be like, these guys be lying to you and say, oh my God, you're going to be my girlfriend. You're going to be my wife. And then as soon as they sleep with you, all of a sudden, they go ghosts. Crickets. You need to do the same. You know you don't like him, but you know you have a plan, an objective. Lie to him. Yeah, yeah. Tell him, oh yeah, I love you. Oh my God, I can't wait to be your wife. I can't wait to cook and clean for you. But you know you lying out the side of your mouth. That's how you guys got to be. You guys got to know how to play chess, not checkers. I'm teaching you how to play chess, not checkers. Lie. Lie, 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 lie. Tell him you're the best cook, even though you're not a good cook. Tell him you're the best cook, even though you're not the best cook. So we're talking about manipulation here, okay? So the same how I'm saying you can lie to a man, you can also lie to yourself to manifest the life that you want. But we're going to talk about that towards the end. But that's the number one, the first tip. Are we clear, ladies? Are we clear on the first tip is lie? Are we clear on the first tip? Are we clear on the first tip? Okay. The second one is shift the blame. Shift the blame. Guys, we all have been in a situation. We've all have been in a situation where we're addressing a man about something and then he somehow makes it about us. You will tell him, oh, you was texting the girl on Saturday at the such and such time. Why would you texting her? Blah, 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 blah. And all of a sudden he's like, oh, but you don't know how to wash dishes. You don't know how to fry eggs the right way. You don't know how to... We've all been in a situation where a man would always shift the blame because you'll be talking to him about one thing and then all of a sudden you forgot about what you were talking about because you're too busy trying to answer why you didn't wash the dishes on Friday. You didn't wash the dishes on Sunday. Guys, Marwa, it's in the Baddie Blueprint. So the skincare that I use is in the Baddie Blueprint. One tip I could give you, first of all, let me just digress real quick. St. Ives is a no-no. St. Ives is a no-no. But if you want to know more about like skincare, body, energy work, manifestation, and all these things, get the Baddie Blueprint, guys. It's not that expensive, okay? Get the Baddie Blueprint, okay? You have access to speak to me on WhatsApp. But let me continue. So we've all been in a situation where men are the ones to shift the blame. So you have to be really good at shifting the blame. You have to be really, really good at that. Like, you know, what example can I give you? I just gave you an example of, let's say, if you address him about texting a girl, he would shift the blame and say, oh, but you don't know how to wash the dishes. That's why it's very important to be very emotionally intelligent. It's very important because when you're emotionally intelligent and when you think before you speak, you'll know that he's trying to shift the blame and you'll be like, no. Calm down. Wait, take a seat. We're still talking about Friday night and you texting that girl. Yeah. I want you to address that. Yeah. And then we'll talk about the dishes. But, you know, the problem with most of you is this, right? Usually when a man shifts the blame, because you're so overly emotional, because you don't think before you speak, you start getting confused and then you forget the topic of the conversation. That's why I keep telling you guys, and I will always tell you guys, I will get confused and then you forget the topic of the conversation. That's why I keep telling you guys, and I will always tell you guys, I will tell you guys till the end of time. Think before you speak. Give yourself 30 seconds when you're having till the end of time. Think before you speak. Give yourself 30 seconds when you're having an argument. Listen to everything he says word for word. I promise you, when you listen to what I'm saying, you're going to hear the lies and the cracks in his story, and you're going to know how to stay on topic and address the situation at hand. The reason why a lot of you always end up digressing and never solving problems is because you're too busy running your mouth instead of listening. The key thing in being a woman is knowing how to listen. When you know how to listen, you get to hear the lies. You get to hear the bullshit. You get to know how to actually respond. You don't want to be the woman that, and I'm pretty sure 85% of you is this. 85% of you. 85% of you are the type to not think before you speak. You start yawning. Like, yeah. And then when you go back, and think about it like, damn, I should have said this. I should have said that. I should have said this. I should have said that. You don't want to be the woman that when the argument is over or when the disagreement is over, you're sitting there thinking about what you should have said. So that's why it's so important when you're having a dispute with your man, you need to make sure that you take time. Like, listen to what he's saying. Even though, don't interrupt him. Don't even interrupt, because when you interrupt, you give him time to make more lies. Yeah. You give him time to make more lies. So don't even interrupt anything. Listen. Even though you know it's bullshit, you counted one, bullshit number one, bullshit number two. You got to build your case. Build your case, because again, you don't want to, men are so good at shifting the blame, and you want to make sure you stay on topic. This is how men usually manipulate women. I'm giving you guys the tea. This is how they usually manipulate women, by shifting the blame. So that's why I keep explaining and keep expressing to you guys that it's so important for you to know how to listen. When you listen, and when you don't use your mouth as ears, you'll be able to know, oh, okay, you think, oh, no, you're not going to shift the blame. No, we're talking about X. Yeah. Stay on X, because that's what we're talking about. We're not talking about the dishes that I didn't wash on Friday. I'm talking about the girl that you was texting at 11 p.m. Yeah, telling her to come over. Yeah. That's how you stay on topic, okay? I'm going to answer you guys' questions. I just want to get through the list, because again, I'm only on live for an hour, so I want to make sure I give you guys the utmost information as possible, and trust and believe I will answer your questions, okay? So hold your questions. The next thing is, in manipulating men, is shifting the topic, right? So again, it still goes back to shifting the blame. But like, for example, right? Let's say, okay, I'm gonna give you guys a good example. Let's say a man is like, I want you to come over Friday night. I want to, he wants to have sex with you. Let's say he's giving that sexual vibe, right? Now, you as a woman, because you're listening to Bestienextdoor, you're not going to, he's giving that sexual vibe, right? Now, you as a woman, because you're listening to Bestienextdoor, you're not going to sleep with him. You're not. As the proper manipulator you are, you know that once a man is feeling very horny, he's feeling very sleep with him. You're not. As the proper manipulator you are, you know that once a man is feeling very horny, he's feeling very sensual. Right to him, oh yeah, oh, I just saw this nice Chanel bag. Oh, I can't wait to try this nice 5-star restaurant. When you say these things, right? Because men are always thinking with what's in between their legs. He wants to sleep with you. And I always tell you guys this, and I will continuously tell you guys this. Every single guy that is pursuing you has a price tag they're willing to spend on your head top. Remember this. Remember what I'm telling you. I'll say it again. Every single guy that is pursuing you has a price they're willing to spend on your head top. Your job is to make sure you max it out to the capacity. Yeah. Max the shit out. Yeah. You need to max it out, because again, let me tell you guys something. A lot of you are saying, oh, why are you teaching manipulation or this and that, blah, blah, blah. Why are you saying these things? If men were women, they will do the same. I want you guys to understand. If men were women, they will do the same. So you have to be better at playing the game. Again, you don't want to have to give your body in exchange for material goods, because what you have in between your legs is priceless. Okay? What you have in between your legs is priceless. So you have to be very, very specific on who you give your body to. Because remember, guys, let me cite you. You guys know I gotta rant. Because when I don't rant, my body starts itching. When I don't rant, my body starts to itch. So let me rant. Guys, the reason why it's so important for you to be very selective on who you give your body to, because have you ever been with a guy and you've given him your body, and maybe you just like him and you're like, you know what, I want to sleep with him, I want to do X, Y, and Z. And then all of a sudden, everything in your life goes bad? Yeah. Everything, I'm telling you, sometimes you guys don't even know that everything in your life is going bad because you're sleeping with the wrong man. Clock it. Let's clock it. Yeah. Things can go wrong in your life because you're sleeping with the wrong man. A lot of you be like, oh my God, no, I have my enemies from the village or my haters, or no, check the man you're sleeping with. Check the man that you're sleeping with, because when you sleep with the wrong man, your skin could be bad. You start adding a ton of weight. You start being on demon time all the time. You start having negative energy. You start losing shit. When all those things start happening, you got to look at the person like, yeah, you're the problem in my life. I don't care how good his D is. I don't care how good his D is. If you're losing money, your skin is looking bad, You're starting to look heavily bloated. You're starting to be very negative. You're starting to have a negative mindset about yourself and your life. Check the man you're laying down with. He's the problem. Yeah. Because when you give men your body, we women, we're the portal to life. We're the portal to life. So when you allow a guy in your space to enter that portal and he's doing destruction, it's going to affect you in all aspects of your life. That's why you need to be very, very stingy. Yeah. Be very stingy with your cookie. Yeah. No. I'm not going to lay down with you just because you took me to a 5-star restaurant. No. I'm not going to lay down with you because you gave me $500, because $500 in this economy is bullshit. Yeah. $500 in this economy is $100. So you need to start. $100 in this economy is bullshit. Yeah. $500 in this economy is $100. So you need to start. $100 in this economy is bullshit. Yeah. $500 in this economy is $100. So you need to start putting yourself at that high pedestal. Do not. Some of you are so afraid of not having context, not having, some of you are, wait, is my connection good? Okay, my connection is good. Some of you are so afraid to have a dry phone. Quality over quantity. You don't want quality of men texting you good morning, and they can't give you no money, or they can't put you onto new opportunities. You don't want that. You want to make sure that you have quality men. That's why it's good for you to be stingy. Be stingy with your cookie. Be very stingy. You need to max out quality men. That's why it's good for you to be stingy. Be stingy with your cookie. Be very stingy. You need to max out how much he's willing to spend. That's your job. Because again, I will repeat this again. If a man was a You need to max out how much he's willing to spend. That's your job. Because again, I will repeat this again. If a man was a woman, they would do the same. Hello. Let's move on to the next thing. I had to get that rant out. If I don't rant, my body start itching. So that rant had to come from the heart. Okay. So what did we just learn? And I'm going to say this again, just that rant had to come from the heart. Okay. So what did we just learn? And I'm going to say this again, just that rant had to come from the heart. Okay. So what did we just learn? And I'm going to say this again, just in case for people who missed what I said, and because I'm seeing that it says lagging. If everything, he's the problem. It's okay to be celibate. It's okay. It's okay to say, you know what? I want to go 6 months without having sex with anybody because to be celibate. It's okay. It's okay to say, you know what? I want to go 6 months without having sex with anybody because I want to focus on my life. It's okay. Trust me. You'll come out the 6 months very pure, skin on fleek, body on fleek, mindset on fleek, energy on fleek. You come out the 6 months very pure, skin on fleek, body on fleek, mindset on fleek, energy on fleek. You're going to attract the right men. Stop. It's okay. You know what? You know how they say fast from food? You need to fast from giving a man your body. As we fast from food, you need to fast from being sexually active. Yeah. Sometimes say to yourself, you know what? I don't want to deal with no man right now. I need to take a break from sexual activities. Clock it. Hello. Celibate. Yes, celibate. Hello. Fast from food, fast from sex. Yeah. Some of you need it. Some of you need that energy cleanse. Some of you are sitting there going on TikTok looking for energy cleanses, and you don't realize the man that you're laying down with is the problem. Sometimes it's okay to be alone. Be okay with being alone. Okay? A lot of you are not attracting the right relationships into your life because you're not okay with being alone. It's okay to be alone. Oh, sister, it's from TikTok Shop. It's from TikTok Shop. Okay? Be okay with being alone. Be okay with not having notifications. Sometimes guys, not having notifications and not having to entertain waste men should be so peaceful. The only notification you need to be seeing is money. Yeah. From your bank, from Cash App, from PayPal. Yeah. Those are the only notifications you should be happy to see. You should not be happy to have 10 guys texting you, good morning, beautiful, good morning, queen, but they can't give you no money. Block, because you can't take the good morning to pay the bills. They're not paying for your data. They're not paying your phone bill. So having 10 men that can't even put you on to any type of opportunities, and it don't necessarily have to be that they're giving you money, but if they can't even put you onto an opportunity, they can't enlighten you with information that's going to change your life, then why are they texting you good morning? Balloon pop, balloon pop, balloon pop, block, 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 block. Hello. Get them out of here. We about to be in 2025. You need to start looking at men as, what can you do for me? Yeah. Be more selfish. Yeah. Because men do the same. They do the same. And I will say this, you know why? Like, a man will have a woman that sucks him off really good, have a woman that braids his hair or twists his locks or do his hair or whatever, skincare, whatever. Then he has a woman that cooks for him. A man will sit there and say, you know what? She adds this particular value to my life. Oh, I know this girl. The reason why I'm talking to her is because she works at a bank. Oh, I'm talking to this girl because she's a nurse. And sometimes I drink a lot or I do a lot of drugs, so I need her to help me with IVs. Yes, men are like that. Men will have connections with women based off of the value they provide in their life. So you need to be the same. This is why I tell you guys that instead of us pointing at men and saying, oh, men are this, men are that, we need to learn from them. We need to learn from them. Okay? So that's that. Are we clear? I want to see a whole bunch of yeses. Are we clear? Are we clear? Are we clear? Are we clear? I want to see a whole bunch of yeses. Are we clear? Are we clear? Okay. Good. So the next thing in manipulation is you need to appeal to fear. So, all right. So let me explain this, because this is this one is like the nail on the head. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you that's on this live have been in this situation. When you're trying to manipulate a man, you need to appeal to the fear of him losing you, right? You know, most times a man would apply fear in you to manipulate you. For example, right? Let's say you ask a man for $1,000. And the reason why you're asking him for $1,000 is because you need money to pay your rent. And if you don't pay your rent this month, you're going to get kicked out. You're going to be homeless, right? So because the man knows this, now this is how he manipulates you. He'll tell you, oh, you need $1,000, right? So, oh, come to my house. And then when you get to the house, all of a sudden he's touching you and he's like, yeah, you know, I really want to give you that $1,000. You know, I'm just thinking if, you know, should I give it to you today or tomorrow? That's how men usually manipulate women. They appeal to the fear. So when it comes to men, it's so important for you to understand what most men fear. It's so important. This is why I'm telling you guys, get the baddie blueprint, right? In the baddie blueprint, you're going to learn how to read people. When you first meet a man, you need to know how to read him. Because when you know how to read him, you know his fight language, you know his love language, you know what he fears. Girl, you're going to have that man wrapped around your finger. You're going to have him wrapped around your finger because you know the three most important things: fear, love, and fight. Those are the three most important things you need to know about a man that you're dating. The reason why a lot of you don't end up in long situations is because you don't know how to read people. You don't know how to act the character that particular person needs. Every person you meet should not get the same side of you. You have to confuse the enemy, babes. Every man you meet should not know the same side of you. Some of them can see your good side. Some of them can see your sweet side. Every man you meet should not know the same side of you. Some of them can see your good side. Some of them can see your sweet side. Some of them can see your devious side. And your devious side doesn't necessarily mean you're toxic. It means that you're in for the kill. Yeah. How much you're spending. Yeah. Confuse the enemy. If a group of men get together and they talk about you, let them have different things to say. Princess. Hold on, guys. My dog. My dog is like, facts. So when a group of men, when a group of men get together, you need them to talk about different things. Like, oh, she told me this. Oh, she told me that. Yeah. I told you all different things. They all should not say the same thing about you. They should all have different stories, different sides of you. Yeah. That's how you manipulate. Yeah. Because now they sitting there at the table confused, like, damn, but she told me but then she said that, but she said, yeah. Confuse the enemy. Yeah. They cannot see the same side of you. But then she said that, but she said, yeah. Confuse the enemy. Yeah. They cannot see the same side of you. So you need to appeal to the fear. Appeal to the fear. For example, you could be a baddie, right? You're a baddie. Like you're like the best the guy can ever get. The best, right? Because he knows you're the best he can ever get and he doesn't even know how he got you. You always telling him, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna leave. Oh yeah, I don't got time for this. I don't want to date you." You threatening to break up with him, and it's not like you're going to do it every single time, but again, it depends on what you want from the guy, right? Because every single guy you date, you need to be intentional. It's either you want them for money, you want them to be a boyfriend, or you want them to be a husband. Be very intentional. Do not date aimlessly. That's the mistake a lot of you make. You date aimlessly. Don't date aimlessly. When you meet a guy and he's approaching you, look at him and say, the first thing when you see him is he going to spend money? Oh, is he going to be the guy that pay for my trips? Is he going to be the guy that invests in my business? Is he going to be my lover for the winter? Is he going to be my holiday boo? You need to be very intentional. When you're very intentional, it's like you think clearly. Because a lot of you are going into relationships and you guys get into the situations when these guys meet you and you're confused. And then all of a sudden, you're the one getting played. You're the one that ends up getting played. Right? So again, intentional, knowing how to read people, knowing how to listen. These are the things you learn in the Baddie Blueprint. I highly suggest you guys to get the Baddie Blueprint. When you get the Baddie Blueprint, you have access to speak to me on WhatsApp. Okay. So again, appeal to the fear. So manipulation, you appeal to their fear because he knows you are the best he can get. When you threaten him like, I don't think this is going to work. I don't think this is going to work. Bitch, he's going to do whatever you ask him immediately. Like, oh no, okay, you want 5,000? No worry, I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna send it to you on Friday. Yeah. Think about it like all these. I want you guys to think about. Okay, think about it like this. This is a good example. You know, sometimes, right? Husbands usually fear their wives, right? So if a side chick threatens to tell the husband's wife, he's going to do whatever. Because why? He fears his wife. So that's the example I'm giving you guys. So example, let me repeat the example. Example would be something like this about how to appeal to fear. Let's say a man, you're dealing with a married man, he's married, right? And you tell him something like, oh, I'm going to tell your wife. I'm going to tell your wife. Because he fears his wife, he's going to do whatever you ask him because he fears his wife. That's why it's very important for you to know what a man fears. And the only way you're going to know what a man fears is when you go on a date with him, you ask him certain questions. You have to know his insecurities. Work on his insecurities. That's why when you're on a first date, don't go on a first date stuffing your face. A lot of you go on first dates and you guys be eating too much, stuffing your face like, oh my God, it's my first time going to this restaurant. I'm going to get this guy to take me there. And you drinking too much, you eating too much. And you're missing all the green and red flags, okay? So the Baddie Blueprint is $70. It's $70. $70, you have access to WhatsApp. You speak to me anytime you like. Anytime you have like a little, like, oh, I'm about to go on a date, bestie. What do you think about this? WhatsApp. You have unlimited access, right? So the problem with most of you is, and you learn about skincare, weight loss, how to update your wardrobe, how to be an effective communicator, how to read people, how to use body language to your advantage, manifestation. You learn about your life path number. All that spiritual work is inside the Baddie Blueprint. So all that spiritual work you need is in there, okay? So now what I was saying was, what was I talking about? I was talking about the fear. Okay, first date. So on a first date, instead of eating, stuffing your face, drinking alcohol, whatever, really use that time to be very sensational. Like, have you ever met a woman that when she walks into the room, she's very sensational, she's very alluring? I want you guys to emulate that. And when you get the Baddie Blueprint, you're going to tap into that energy, that feminine-like energy. There's a lot of meditations to help you become more feminine, to help you heal your wounded feminine. I want you guys to emulate that true feminine, like, let me let you guys understand something. When you go on a date with a man and you emulate that feminine energy, trust and believe all the information you need, you're going to get that on that date. A lot of you are too like, so how many kids you got? There's so many other questions to ask than asking a man how many kids he have. Yeah. There's so many questions because, again, you don't give a fuck about the kids. Because if you know he's not going to be your husband or your boyfriend, you don't give a fuck about how many kids he got, what troubles he got. You want to know if he got some money. You want to know his tax bracket, right? And again, this is why a lot of you miss the right information because you're not asking the right questions. You need to make sure that you're asking between a guy's tax bracket. Don't ask a guy for $5,000-$10,000 if you know he's only making $3,000 a month. You're going to make yourself upset. So you need to. That's why the first date is so important for you to know 4 things, right? 4 things. I said 3 things, 4 things, 4 things. 1, his tax bracket. 2, what he fears. 3, his love language. The reason why you need to know his love language is because you need to work on that in order to open his wallet. When you know his love language, you open his wallet more. Yeah. Believe it or not, when you know a man's love language, you open his wallet more. 4, his fight language. Every single person you date has a fight language. You have a fight language. You knowing a man's fight language, it's like you're going to be like an angel to him. Like, oh my God, I never met a girl that knows how to deal with me when I'm upset. It's called manipulation. It's called manipulation. Yeah. It is called manipulation. So those are the 4 important things you need to know when you go on a date with a man. Are we clear? Okay, are we clear? I want to see a whole bunch of yeses first. Jasmine, I'm going to answer your question. Do I need to repeat myself? Yeah. Are we clear? Okay, I will say it one more time. Four important things. 4 important things you need to know about a man on a date. 1, his tax bracket. The reason why you need to know his tax bracket is because you need to know how much you can get out of him. You don't want to ask him for things you know he can't afford, number 1. Number 2, you need to know his fight language. His fight language is like how he argues, how he handles disagreements. 3, his love language. You need to know how he loves. How does he love? 4, you need to know what he fears. These 2, the most 2 important things, the most 3 important things is what he fears, what's his love language, and what is his fight language. Those are very important because that's how you're going to be the master at manipulating and getting things from him and getting whatever you want from him, okay? Because a lot of times, like, in order for you to, like, you want a guy to be like, damn, girl, like, you got me opening my wallet every time. Yeah. And your manipulation should not come from a place of, like, he shouldn't feel like you're manipulating him. He should feel good. Like, oh my God, I'm happy that you're manipulating me. I'm happy that I'm spending money on you. You need to make him feel good about spending money. You don't want him to think of you and he's like, damn, this bitch always want to ask me for money. This bitch always wants something. And the reason why men act like that, when a man gets like that to you, is probably because you're not being feminine enough. You're not being feminine, okay? He fears the police. So you be like, you know what? I'm finna call the cops. If you don't, I'm finna call the cops. Yeah, I'm finna call the cops. Yeah, I'm about to call the po-po on your ass. When he starts getting a little, like, agitated and he starts yelling and he starts screaming, then you threaten him. I'm gonna call the police. I'm pretty sure he's gonna sit up really well. Hello. Again, you see why it's so important for you to know what a man fears? Because whatever he fears, anytime he gets out of line, you're gonna snap him right back in line. That's why it's so important for you to know what a man fears. You'll be able to check him. Like, oh, you fear the cops? Oh, I'm about to call the police because they need to know that you're a thief. Yeah. They need to know you're a thief. So I'm about to call the cops. Yeah. I want them to know that you have credit cards in your house. Yeah. I want them to know about that unregistered gun. Yeah. I want them to know, yeah, I'm pretty sure he's going to sit up. That man going to sit up and swallow his saliva. That man will sit up and swallow his saliva. Yeah. He's going to be like, anything you ask for, queen. Anything you want, queen. I promise you. Hello. Are we clear? Love you too, girl. Thank you, my love. Love you too, girl. Are we clear? I want to make sure we're clear. I want to make sure we get to... Oh, you see? We're almost towards the end of my list. We're almost towards the end. Okay, and funny enough is, one of the things I said is also, I'm going to use that into manipulation. Okay, so are we clear? I want to make sure we're clear. So just put yes in the chat if we're clear. Nana, you need to get the baddie blueprint. You need to do energy work. Your attitude is probably because you have a wounded feminine. You need to do energy work. A lot of you need to invest in the baddie blueprint. In the baddie blueprint, you're going to have a lot of manifestations. You're going to learn about skincare. You're going to transform yourself into a whole nother woman right before the holidays. And in the new year. You're going to walk into the new year a different woman. So a lot of the issues you guys have is probably because you're lacking something. And in order for you to be better, it's $70. In order for you to be better, you need to invest in yourself. It's $70, you get access to the WhatsApp community. So even in your journey, while you have the baddie blueprint, you can still talk to me. It's not just, oh, you get the baddie blueprint and you don't speak to me. You speak to me on WhatsApp, okay? So even in your journey, when you're confused about something, or you're like, oh, bestie, I'm having a hard time with the weight loss, or bestie, I'm about to go on a date, or oh, bestie, I have this type of shape. What do you think about this? You have access to speak to me, okay? Yes, 70 US. Can I start going live on YouTube? The reason why I don't like going live on YouTube is because maybe I'll try. One of these days I'll try to like live stream. I want to get my subscribers up a little bit more, and then I'll probably try to live stream on YouTube. I'll try. So, okay, somebody asked, please, can you repeat the 3 important information to get from a date? 1, so can somebody help her? Is it an ebook? No, it's a course. It's not an ebook. I know a lot of people don't have time to sit and read. It's a compilation of different guides, videos, and ebooks. So it's not just one big ebook. It's like video. So you get to see, like, meditate with me as well. You learn about energy work with yourself. It's different, you know? I love you too, girl. Okay, so the next thing, and watching from your lunch break, yay! Okay, so the next thing is, in manipulation, is insecurity. This is like the biggest, this is the icing on the cake. The icing on the cake is insecurity. I want you guys to know that. Think about this, right? Most times, a lot of men, you know what they do on dates? They undress you like they're unwrapping a gift. They always want to know your insecurities. When a man knows you're insecure about your body, you're insecure about your look, you're insecure about being alone, you're insecure about whatever it is, that's what they use to manipulate you. Am I on to something? Can I get a hello? Am I on to something? Am I on to something? Can I get a hello? Men use women's insecurities to manipulate them. So now, that's why I keep telling you, this is why I keep telling you guys, when you meet a man, do not get confused. You need to know what he's insecure about, because men are insecure as well. For example, if you're dealing with a fat guy, he's insecure about his weight. Yeah. He's insecure about his weight. So you need to use that to your advantage. Oh, he's fat. Oh, yeah. He's short. Oh, yeah, he's short. So I already know he's insecure about his height. No matter how much money a man has, if he's short, he's going to be insecure about his height. If a man's thing is like this, he's insecure about that. Yeah. You need to work on their insecurities. You work, how do you figure it out? So first of all, you can tell what someone is insecure about based off looking at them, right? Sometimes, like, men use money to mask their insecurities, but best to believe he's short, and even though he's like, oh, well, he doesn't care about height, or he doesn't, like, whatever it is he's very passionate about, that's probably what he's insecure about. So for example, right, let's say he's big. He'd be like, oh, I don't care. You know, I don't care about how I look. I get money, so I don't care about that. He's insecure about that. Because if you don't care about how you look because you're getting money, you're not going to say it. Most times men say what they're insecure about. They say it all the time. You need to listen. You're always going, let me tell you something. Even right now, every single guy that I've dated, I know what they're insecure about all the time. You need to listen. You're always going, let me tell you something. Even right now, every single guy that I've dated, I know what they're insecure about. Some guys can be insecure about not having enough hair. They be like, oh, I don't like guys. Sometimes they talk about their other mates, whatever they say about the other mate, like, oh, I don't even understand why he has all of that hair. Like, having hair is too much for me. I don't like that. He's insecure about it. He's insecure about it because, first of all, you're mad because you can't grow hair. Yeah. You're mad because you can't grow hair. When he said, oh, I don't understand why guys, you know, with the big stuff always wearing gray shorts. You're insecure because why are you even thinking about that? Because you don't have it? Exactly. They project. Just like how us women, we do it all the time. We project. We're like, oh, I hate when I see comments like when girls make videos like, oh, I don't understand why Gen Zs are wearing shorts. They're showing their stomach. They're showing this. And if you ever look at the person that makes those type of videos, they probably are out of shape. They're definitely out of shape. Anytime I see a video of a Gen Z, they talk about Gen Zs like, oh, why are they wearing these bubble skirts? Why are they showing belly? Blah, 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 blah. You got to da-da-da-da. You showing belly, da-da-da. You look at the person saying it, you could tell that they have a big ass stomach, long ass titties, and a flat butt. Yeah. Clock it. Yeah. So most times when someone is insecure about something, they usually project. They usually like to insult the next person. They usually constantly talk about, oh, well, I could never, like girls will be like, oh, I can never get my body done. Oh, no, I hate girls that get their body done. Like, not natural. I want to be natural. Team natural. Just say you can't afford it, babes. Yeah. Babes, just say you can't afford it. There's no reason why you hate someone that have their body done. Oh, yeah, no, she don't. And mind you, the girl that got her body done looks really good. Body T. You're like, oh, yeah, but her body's not natural. Why are you trying to clock her T? Her body is T. Stop trying to clock her T. Her body is T. Yeah. So a lot of times men will project their insecurities, but the problem with most women is they don't listen. So you have to be, this is why I keep telling you guys, you need to be, men will project their insecurities, but the problem with most women is they don't listen. So you have to be, this is why I keep telling you guys, you need to be an active listener. And in the Baddie Blueprint, you will learn how to be an active listener. You need to listen. Use your ears more than your mouth. A silent woman is a dangerous woman. I want to say this again. A silent woman is a dangerous woman because now, first of all, number one, the man never knows what you're thinking. And number two, you're listening. A woman who's always yelling and a woman who's always toxic, it's more easier for a guy to manipulate her because she's not listening. She's not seeing well. But when you're emotionally intelligent, when you listen, when you think before you speak, when you watch, when you use your eyes to talk, when you use your body language, when you're like, So you were texting Tiffany on Saturday? Wow, that's your type? You see, so most of you be like, oh, you were texting Tiffany on Saturday? I'm about to crash out. That's how some of you act. You be like, I'm about to crash out right now. You were texting Tiffany. Oh, you were texting Tiffany on Saturday? I'm about to crash out. That's how some of you act. You be like, I'm about to crash out right now. You were texting Tiffany on Saturday? Nah. Fuck you. Get out of my house. Instead of saying, again, I'm going to show you how to manipulate. Again, remember what I said. When you're yelling, it's easier for a man to change the topic because now you're acting irrational. But let me show you how you manipulate. Oh, you were texting Tiffany on Saturday? So that's your type? That's your type? Oh, I thought you could do better than that. Okay. And walk away. Bitch. Let me tell you something. That man's going to be confused. He's going to be looking like, hold on. Tiffany, I'm sorry, block. He's going to block Tiffany instantly. But when you see, men, like what I've noticed about men, most men is this, right? They like to do things to piss us off. When they know they can no longer piss us off, that's when they start behaving. Yeah. So sometimes men love to get your temperature boiling because he wants to have control. Because men know that the more emotional a woman is he knows he has more control. Let me put this again. The more emotional you are as a woman, the more the man has control. Because you can't control what a man do. You can only control your feelings. So when you act irrational and when you start yelling and cursing and, causing a scene and losing sleep, losing edges, he has control. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? Exactly. They get a kick. It's like it tickles their fancy when you get emotional because they know they have control. That's when a man knows he controls you. I want you guys to think about it like this. Let me use this as an example. Princess. Sorry, guys. Let me use this as an example. You know how they say that when we women, when we're done, right? We stop talking, we don't care anymore. A woman is done. Hold on. Sorry, guys. A woman is usually done with a man the moment she stops talking and the moment she stops caring, right? That means that man has lost control. Okay? That means that man has lost control. So again, in order to manipulate a guy, in order to be 10 steps ahead, you need to be emotionally intelligent. So let's say, I'm just giving you an example. It don't necessarily have to be cheating. I'm just giving you guys an example so you guys can understand what I mean about manipulation, right? Reverse psychology. In order to get your man to act the way you want him to act, right? Just an example. Again, let's say you went through his phone, and let's say he didn't even physically see Tiffany. He didn't sleep with Tiffany. It wasn't none of that. He was just texting her. He was just flirting with her, right? Let's just say it was that. You're not going to sit there and say, oh, I saw you were texting Tiffany at 11 p.m. last night. Again, the only thing you can control is your emotions. The moment you act sporadic, the moment you crash out, the man has the control. The man has control the moment you crash out, right? So now, because you listen to Bestie, because Bestie's not going to lie to you. Everything I'm telling you guys, I've been the crash out girl. I've been the crash out dummy. Yeah. I've been the crash out dummy. So I know how to crash out completely. So I'm telling you from experience and different points of views, because I've been the crash out and I've been the girl that's like, oh, so this is, and the only way you can get to the point of this is like, this is who you're talking to, is when you're confident. This is why it's so important when you're in a relationship, don't lose yourself. Be confident. The more confident you are, the more emotional, intelligent you can be, because you know, like, all right, well, I can walk away from you and get a better guy. So I'm doing you a favor by staying with you. Yeah. I'm doing you a favor by staying with you. So now let's continue. So the example, right? Manipulation. You caught your guy texting a girl. He didn't necessarily see the girl, but you don't like the fact that he's entertaining anybody because he didn't finish spending enough money on you. So he shouldn't be entertaining nobody. Yeah. He should not be entertaining anybody. So now, instead of going to his phone and saying, oh, he comes home, you're like, oh, yeah, so you texting Tiffany at 11 p.m. You look at him, you say, so that's the best you can do? Tiffany? That's the best? I thought you had better taste. Okay, no problem. Let me say something. You see that tone I just used? You see the direct eye contact I just gave you? Like, that's the best you can do? Okay, no problem. You see that smile? You see that? That's it? I thought you had better taste. I thought you was a high-class man. I didn't know you like dust bunnies like that. I didn't know you like those type of low-class girls. That's your type? No problem. Let me say something, bitch. If you don't collect money from that guy that week, if you don't see his behavior change that week, call me a fool. If you do not see his behavior change that week, if you do not see him on his best behavior, him dropping money for you that week, call me a fool. Because let me say something. I tell you guys anything, but I don't tell you a lie. I don't tell you a lie. Let me tell you, I've been the crash out dummy. And you know what I realized? When you crash out over a guy, he's still going to do what he want to do. Yeah. He is still going to do what he wants to do. So you're crashing out. You're losing energy. You're losing sleep. You can't eat. You lost all your edges. There's no point in that. Because again, my mom always tell me this, and I'm going to tell you guys this. Love with your head, not your heart. Because your heart can play tricks on you. Yeah. So you got a guy that's paying the bills, that's doing all the things necessary, and he just decides to text Tiffany on Friday. You're not going to be dumb and crash out and say, you know what, fuck you, I'm leaving because you texting Tiffany. No, that's a dumb bitch move. Because why would you want to leave immediately and allow him to pay Tiffany bills and you have to struggle? Listen, bitch, let me tell you something. Right now, the economy is hard. Yeah. Listen, you should not want to pay any bills. Yeah. So you need to be smart. Some of you have too much pride. Let me say this. A wise woman can never be proud, and a proud woman can never be wise. I'm going to say this quote again. This is my favorite. This is a quote by Bestienextdoor. Anytime you write this quote on your story, your WhatsApp, your Instagram, make sure you dash at Bestienextdoor. My famous quote that I came up with. A proud woman can never be wise. A wise woman can never be proud. Clock it. Yeah. Because a proud woman is always going to make decisions that don't make sense. A wise woman is always going to be playing chess, not checkers. You hear that? You hear me? Are you guys hearing me? I want to see some yes. Are you guys hearing me? A proud woman can never be wise. A wise woman can never be proud. Very simple. Anytime you think in your head like, oh, I'm about to crash out, just be like, oh, wait, bestie, Oh, Bestie said a wise woman can never be proud. A proud woman can never be wise. Yeah, 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 yeah. That's the game, right? So a proud woman will be like, you know what? I'm going to give you an example of a proud woman in this situation. A proud woman will be like, you know what? Fuck you, I'm leaving, blah, 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 blah. He's paying all the bills. You're proud. You're not wise. A wise woman knows that in today's economy, we don't want to work hard. We want to work smart. We want to make sure we make money effortlessly without having to spend our money on our bills. Hello, let's clock it. Yeah, yeah. We want to make sure that we spend our money on what we want to spend our money on and not have to pay bills. So a wise woman is not going to sit there and start screaming at Anthony because he decided to text Tiffany. No, she's not going to do that. She's going to play chess. And a chess move is, so Tiffany's the best you can do? I thought you had better taste. Okay, no problem. Let me say something, bitch. Let me say something. When a man hears that tone and you look at him like that, you say, no problem. No problem. You give him the shoulder. No problem. All of a sudden, he's scrambling. He's trying to figure shit out like, oh shit. You know what he's going to start thinking? He's going to start thinking, oh, she's probably talking to another guy. Because most times when a man sees a woman very calm, he's automatically thinking, oh, she's talking to another guy. She has to be talking to another guy because there's no reason why she's that calm, right? So that's why you got to be very Dior, very cutesy, very calm, very calculated. Because it's like, oh, yeah, I'm still going to leave if I want to leave. When I'm ready to leave, I'm going to leave. But I'm going to make sure you pay every freaking bill. I am not going to walk out of here with labor loss. A lot of you are walking out of situations with labor loss because you're not smart. You're not smart. Christian, help me pin this. Help me pin my quote. A wise woman is not proud, and a proud woman can never be wise. Help me pin the quote so the ladies can see it. Christian, help me pin that quote. A wise woman can't be proud, and a proud woman can never be wise. Okay? So a lot of you are walking out of situations with labor loss. What is labor loss? You've put in so much time and energy. You've given him your body. You've given him your mind. You've given him your emotions. You've given him support. And then you walk away like, oh no, because he was talking to Tiffany, so I had to walk away. God forbid. I reject any labor loss for all my sisters. No. You need to be intelligent, okay? So even if you decide to leave a man, would you mind uploading the live on your podcast? Yes, babe, I will. Even though you want to leave, TikTok is not letting you pin it. Why? I can't even see the comment I can't even see your comment, Christian. A proud woman, I'm going to repeat the quote again. A proud woman can't be wise, and a wise woman is not proud. Okay? So even though you decide to leave a man because he cheated on you or because of whatever situation he did, right? Whatever. You have to be calculated. You have to think to yourself, okay, I'm going to leave him. But in today's economy, I'm not paying bills. Yeah. Your heart the worst thing is getting your heart broken and knowing you have to pay bills. That's the worst thing. The worst. You got your heart broken and now you got to pay bills. Now, not only is he not paying your bills anymore because you decided to be a proud fool, now your heart is broken because now Tiffany's in the top down. Tiffany's getting all her bills paid. That's the worst thing. Even if you want to cry because of your feelings, you're going to laugh to yourself like, well, even though he broke my heart and even though I'm mad that he did what he did, but at least my bills are paid. At least there's food in the fridge. At least I got my lights on. At least I got internet. Yeah. So trust me, it's easier. It's easier to get over a heartbreak when you know you got food in the fridge, bills are paid, and you could afford to go shopping, and you could get your hair done. Because I promise you, while your heart is broken, you go get your hair done, but you're going to forget about why you're crying. But the heartbreak hurts more because not only did he break your heart, but you're also broke. That's why the heartbreak hurts the most. Because not only are you broke, but he broke your heart. So now it's like, fuck, I can't even afford to get me something to eat. So some of you, your heart is broken because you can't even afford food. You can't even afford the food. You can't even afford to get your hair done. So now you're like, now I got to start from scratch. My podcast is on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, on YouTube. You can hear the audio version. You could also watch the full-length videos, okay? Every single audio platform, my podcast is on there. If you type Bestienextdoor on Apple Podcasts, you're going to see it. Spotify, you're going to see it everywhere, okay? Yes, it's pep. Yes, I got you, babes. Someone said, I caught him. See, before I say this, broke and heartbroken don't mix. Clock it. Broke and heartbroken don't mix. So my sisters, pick a struggle. Yeah. Pick a struggle. Yeah, he broke your heart, but he's still paying the bill. So you got to say to yourself, you know what? I need to make sure I get this motherfucker for 20,000 so I could pay my bills for the whole year. Yeah. So at least you have one B. A broken heart. That's one B. That's okay. You don't want to have broken pockets, broken heart. Two B's? No. Pick a struggle. Pick a struggle. Yeah. I want you guys to understand you got to pick a struggle. You cannot be brokenhearted and broken pockets. It's not going to mix. You're going to crash out. Because I would crash out too. Yeah. I would crash out too. You don't want to crash out. We're about to be in 2025. We're about to be in 2025. You see, somebody said, I can't pretend I had to leave. You see what I'm saying? A proud woman can never be wise. A wise woman is not proud. I want you guys to live by this quote. Live by the quote, okay? Live by the quote, Bestienextdoor quote. A proud woman cannot be wise. A wise woman is not proud. The reason why you had to leave is because of your ego. Okay? I want you guys to know. Live by that quote. Live by that quote. Live by that quote. I'm telling you, this is what our mothers, grandmothers have been doing at all times. But the difference between them then and us now is we don't have to deal with like, it's still the same shit. Different times, same shit. The quote goes, this is the quote. This is my quote, okay? Nobody made it up. This is my quote. When hopefully in the next few years, when the quote will come out, they'll be like, Bestienextdoor quote says, a proud woman is not wise. A wise woman is not proud. That's the quote. I want you guys to continuously have that in your head. Okay? Hold on. I'm having some verification issues. Have that in your head. That's going to help you get through life because life is getting harder. You heard it before. It has to be from me because one of my videos had 2 million views. And now I said that quote since like 2 years ago, like almost 2 years ago. So it had to be from me. If you heard that before, it had to be from me because I said it 2 years ago, literally said it 2 years ago. And that video had like 2 point something views. So it had to be me. It definitely had to be me. Definitely had to be me. Anyways, so, the economy is getting harder. It's getting harder. So we as women, we need to put our comfort first over our emotions because your emotions is not going to pay the bills. No. Your emotions is not going to pay the bills. Your pride and ego is not going to pay the bills. Senses, right? So again, being a master at manipulation. Being a master at manipulation. Are we clear? I want to make sure we're clear. You guys know I have to do my little rant. I have about 7 minutes remaining before I end this live conversation. So I want to open the floor for some questions before I get out of here. I have 7 minutes. So guys, the Baddie Blueprint will teach you how to be an active listener, how to read people, how to become more confident, get your body right, get your skin right. You will also learn how to change your wardrobe because I know a lot of you want to change your style, but you don't know what's going to fit your body type. In the Baddie Blueprint, you will learn that. Not only that, there's a lot of feminine energy meditations to help you shift into becoming more goddess-like, more feminine. Also, you also get access to the WhatsApp community. So I know a lot of you want to have like conversations with me, but you're like, oh, I don't know how to book you. I don't know how to talk to you one-on-one. Once you get the Baddie Blueprint is $70. Once you get the Baddie Blueprint, you have access to speak to me on WhatsApp. And not only me, but you also have access to speak to other women so you can hear their opinions. So I want all of us that have, all of you guys that are in this live, you guys should get the Baddie Blueprint. Every single one of you guys. It's going to be one of your best investments this year because not only are you leveling up, but you're learning more about yourself and you're only going to get better at dating the more you learn about yourself. Okay? So let me read some questions. How do you control your emotions better? So Jasmine asks, how do you control your emotions better? You control your emotions better by playing out the outcome of that emotion. So let's say, for example, right, you are thinking about punching a man in the throat, right? You're like, I want to punch him in the throat right now because you're mad. I'm about to punch him in the throat. So before you punch him in the throat, right, you got to pause and be like, A, if I punch him in the throat, is he going to hit me back? B, if I punch him in the throat, is he going to call the cops? C, if I punch him in the throat, is he going to deem me as a masculine woman and no longer take care of me? So when you start playing out the roles, out all the outcomes of your emotion, then it's going to help you shift your emotions and say, you know what? Let me not be mad. Let me calm down. Before you react, give yourself about 30 seconds and think about what you're about to do. That's the best way to control. Delayed gratification. Delayed gratification. Delayed gratification is the best way to help you control your emotions. So, for example, how do you practice daily delayed gratification? It would be something like this. Let's say you want to eat, you're like, oh, I want to eat pancakes and eggs and turkey bacon. You know, most people immediately go to the kitchen and start making the pancakes, eggs, and turkey bacon. But no, practice delayed gratification by this. You'll say, you know what? I'm going to reward myself after I complete this task. So you're not going to have the bacon, the eggs, the pancakes immediately when you wake up because your body wants it. You're going to say, you know what? I'm going to clean the whole house. I'm going to make sure I write out all my goals for 2025. Then I'm going to make my pancakes, eggs, and bacon. That's delayed gratification. So the more you keep doing that daily, is the better you're going to be at controlling your emotions. So you have to control your urges. So that's one way I can give you guys as to how to control your emotions by delayed gratification. Every single day, if you want to eat something, instead of eating it immediately, use the food as a reward. Like, okay, I've cleaned the house is clean, I lit the candles, I answered my emails. All right, cool. I'm about to go make me my pancakes, eggs, and bacon. Okay? So let me read another question. Yes. Okay, no, how to become more feminine for real. Okay. Let me tell you my journey, right? And I want to make it very quick because I have 4 minutes. My journey, I had to deal with my wounded feminine. What you have to ask yourself, what is making you not be feminine? What's probably not making you be feminine is because you feel like you can't like ask anybody for anything. You can't depend on anybody. That's what's making you not be feminine. You probably have abandonment issues. Like a lot of times, you know, a lot of women be like, oh, be feminine, da, da, da. But you have to fix the wound, right? Because if you're not feminine, then you have a wounded feminine. That means that, you know, you don't ask for help. You're scared to ask for help. You don't want to ask for help, and you can't trust anybody. So being feminine is not about just like, you know, don't think of femininity as being soft and just like, oh, yeah. That's not really, it's not just that. It's about your intuition. It's about being creative, because the more feminine you are, the more creative you become, right? So it's an equal balance between masculine and feminine, because sometimes you're going to need to be masculine in certain situations. That's the truth. It's an equal balance. However, when it comes to you having a man in your life, you have to let go of control. The reason why a lot of women have a hard time being feminine is because they want to control everything. That's the problem. The only thing you can control is your emotions. Some of you are trying to control your man, control what he looks at, control what he likes. That's the reason why you have a hard time being feminine. Let go of control. When you meet a guy, let go of control. Like, okay, well, I'm gonna let him pay. I'm gonna let daddy pay the bills. I'm gonna let daddy make the decision. Even though you know it's the wrong decision. Let me clock this too. A lot of you correct your man at the wrong time. That's another thing too. A lot of you want to be right all the time. You should not want to be right all the time, okay? When you have your man, you should not want to correct him immediately on the spot in front of people. Sometimes let him make the wrong decision and then revisit the right decision later on and say, you know, babe, on Monday you made the wrong decision. You was not supposed to make a left. Because you made that left, now we're 15 minutes late. So next time, babe, let's use the GPS. Us using the GPS is going to save us time and energy. Done. Don't be like, oh, like some of you be like, oh, in the situation, in the heat of the moment. Let's say you're 15 minutes late. You're like, oh my God, because you didn't want to use the GPS, now we're 15 minutes late. Because you didn't want to use the GPS, now this, now that. Look at this. Oh my God. That's not how you correct a man. When you want to correct a man's behavior, you have to, first of all, allow him to make the mistake then and there. You don't say anything because he already knows he messed up. He already knows. He already knows he was supposed to use the GPS. So you don't need to rub it in his face. You allow him, you be quiet. You be silent, because you being silent, he already knows, oh, I fucked up. I already know I fucked up. We're late. He knows. He's not dumb. Then later that night, you tell him, babe, I understand that you're trying to show me that you're good at directions. But babe, in order for us to avoid wasting time, let's use the GPS. Do you see how feminine that comes off? Do you see how simple that is? Me saying that to a man, there's no way the next time we get into a car, he's not going to use GPS. But a lot of you are yelling and nagging instead of communicating. Okay? A lot of you are yelling and nagging instead of communicating. It's a very simple thing. Your tone matters. Your tone matters. When you want a man to change his behavior, your tone matters a lot. I'm going to give you guys another 15 minutes of my time because I want to make sure that I really hit the nail on the head for a lot of you because I know a lot of you need this girl talk. I know a lot of you need it. So I'm going to put 10 more minutes on the clock. Okay? So I want you guys to understand being feminine is about being smart. It doesn't have to emulate, like for example, I don't have to sit here and be like, talk all soft tone, because there's a lot of masculine men that have soft voices. Clock it. It's all about intelligence. Being feminine is all about intelligence, intuitive, knowing when to speak and knowing when to shut the fuck up. Yeah. Knowing when to speak and knowing when to shut the fuck up. Somebody asked, where's my necklace? My necklace is here, but I didn't want to wear too much jewelry. I've been trying to like tone it down a little bit. I've been trying to be more simple. Like I feel like we know each other. I feel like we know each other. My necklace is here. My jewelry box, literally right here. I feel like we know each other. So I don't feel like every time I got to dress up. Sometimes I could be very chilled, right? I don't have to, you know what I'm saying? Like try to stunt every time. We're past that level. Okay? So, does the Baddie Blueprint offer dining etiquette tips? Yes, it does. It does. I feel like we know each other. We know each other well enough. Like, I feel like right now it's more like, you know, you guys are at my house and we're talking. Like, we're having like a sit down. That's what it's giving right now. It's not giving, oh, let me put on my chain. Let me put on my makeup. You know what I'm saying? There's times where I feel like doing that. But recently I've been feeling very like, you know, very cutesy, very calm, very simple, you know, very mindful, right? Okay. Oh, what did I celebrate? It was my husband's birthday. He's a Libra. It's my husband's birthday. So he liked the decoration so much that he was like, oh, babe, let's keep it. And now the balloons is like kind of like floating down. I'm like, all right, babe, I think it's time for me to take it down. He loved the decorations I did for him. Thank you, my love. So now I forgot what we were talking about. Okay. So, in reference to being more feminine, right? You have to also understand that, you have to also understand that you just can't control. I really want you guys to understand that you really cannot control nobody but yourself. You really can't. And I think that when you guys get to that point of life, because I've gotten to that point of life of understanding that I can't control what my man do. I can only control what I focus on and how I spend my time. A lot of you are spending your time being private investigators, sitting there making fake pages, looking for this, looking for that. And that energy you're using, you could have put it, I tried purchasing it. It says it's $2,000. It's not $2,000. You could have used that energy and put it into yourself. Let me click the link in my bio and check for myself. It's not $2,000. No way. No way. No way. $2,000 where? And anyways, let me just check. Babe, the Baddie Blueprint is not no goddamn $2,000. Why you lying? Why you lying? Anyways, no, you should not stalk them. Okay, so anyways, you should not stalk them. First of all, you're not getting paid to stalk any man. Clock it. You're not getting paid to stalk any man. You should only want to do things that you're getting paid to do. Yeah. Stalking is very stressful. Yeah. Thank you, Abby. Stalking is very stressful. It's very, very stressful. Yeah, it is very stressful. All that energy you're using to stalk a man, you can literally be looking for a new man. Clock it. All the energy, let me say this again. All the energy you're using to stalk that man, you could look for a new man. Yeah. You could be finding a new man. You know what? I'm going to replace you. Yeah. I don't got time. Y'all putting your energy in the wrong place. Do not stalk no man. Do not stalk his side chick. You're not getting paid to be a private investigator. You're not getting paid for that. That's free work. Instead of stalking him and the side chick, how about you find another man? Yeah, you know what? Since he wants to talk to this girl, I'm about to find me a new man. I'm going to find me a new man while you paying the bills. So when I leave your ass, I'm not leaving to have to pay the bills myself. I'm leaving to the next man that's going to pick up where you left off. Hello. I'm moving on to the next man that's gonna pick up where you left off. Exactly. Abby, that's also a new thing too. Find a job. There's so many things to do. There's so many things to do. Yes. Okay. So the digital blueprint. So somebody said, "My bad, sis." The digital blueprint and the baddie blueprint are two different things. Yes, it's two different things. So the digital blueprint is more so about. It has everything that's in the baddie blueprint, but it teaches you about TikTok Shop, UGC, stocks, real estate, even car rentals. So the digital blueprint has like multiple courses that you can resell in one, but you also learn other things as well. Okay. So I want to be very clear on that. So the digital blueprint has a whole other course attached that you can resell. I'm pretty sure you guys are familiar with DBA 1 and 2. So that's what's included in the digital blueprint. So the digital blueprint has that you can resell. I'm pretty sure you guys are familiar with DBA 1 and 2. So that's what's included in the digital blueprint. So the digital blueprint has a lot of level up, but I also want to learn how to make money. The digital blueprints for you. That's what I use. That's what I've been using on my Faceless account. The digital blueprint has over 50 plus done for you digital products for you to start reselling. So once you learn digital marketing, you could immediately pick one of the products and start reselling. A lot of you can be making money from home. So like, I want you guys to understand something. You should get to a point in life that you don't need a job in order to make money. You don't have to have a job to make money. Okay, I want you guys to understand that. Mimi said, "I need your skin." The skincare routine is in the baddie blueprint. My skin, because the light is like beaming on my face. But yes, this is available everywhere. So wherever you are in the world, you can access the baddie blueprint and the digital blueprint. Please answer her. What was the question? Okay, somebody asked, when you catch your husband talking to another lady, do you calm down or address it immediately? First of all, calm down. Calm down. Calm down. You don't like, because with husbands is very tricky, right? Because you're already married to that person, so it's supposed to be for better or for worse. So again, as a wife, right? As a wife to wife, right? You don't want to spend your energy so fixated on him talking to another woman. And that's why it's so important as a woman, no matter if you're a wife, girlfriend, whatever the hell you are, you need to make sure you stay up to date with your look. Always be reinventing yourself. Men get bored. Men get bored. A lot of you get comfortable. What do I mean? A lot of you stop being dedicated to your body, stop being dedicated to your look, stop being like informative. You must leveling up is a continuous thing. You don't just say, "Oh, I changed my hair today and that's it." No, he needs to see a different side of you. That's why it's so important to never allow a man to see you finish. That's a Nigerian term. Never allow a man to see you finish. What do I mean? Like, he shouldn't know every single thing. It doesn't matter if he's your husband, your boyfriend, whatever. He should not know every single thing. Every single day, you should remind him as to why he loves you. Like, damn, my girl's so smart. Like, damn, my girl, she be in the gym. Like, damn. He should be so consumed with thinking about how good of a woman you are that he doesn't have time to look at other women. Yes, some men are dogs. We know. Some men are actually dogs. But I want us as women to start taking to start holding ourselves accountable, right? Because when you, it's all about you. It's all about you. Yes, I'm Nigerian. It's all about you. It's not about the man. It's all about you. Because again, when you're very confident and when you're continuously leveling up and you're elevating as a woman, it becomes very easy for you to walk away. And now he feels like, damn, I lost something good. You never want a man to feel like, damn, I'm happy she left because she was the problem in my life. You want a man to feel like, damn, she was the best girl that I ever had. Because when you are the best, you're never going to lack. I want you guys to understand something. Take it from me. When you are the best and you're continuously leveling up, you're very confident. First of all, number one, you have no problem being alone for a period of time, number one. Because when you think about it, you're never really alone. I don't know about y'all, but I talk to myself all the time. Yeah. Whatever problems I have, I talk to myself. I don't have to call a friend. I don't have to call my mom to talk about it. I talk to myself. I'll be like, yeah, bitch. Yeah, he got me fucked up. Yeah. Because these girls, I always talk to myself. I don't have to. You enjoy your own company when you don't feel like you need to pick up the phone to talk to someone. about your problems. That's when you know you enjoy your own company. That's when you know you just love yourself. Like, you know what? I don't got to call my friend Sabrina to tell her about my problems. Let me talk to myself, or let me journal. That's also a good thing. Let me journal. First of all, number one, a lot of you are spoiling your life by talking negative about yourself. Use your tongue to your advantage. Even though you may not have enough money for something, be like, yeah, I can't wait till I can afford this. Yeah, that's nothing. Yeah. Be delusional. Some of you are thinking that some of people are your friends, and they're really not your friends. They're really not your friends. You tell them all your business like, yeah, oh my God, this guy gave me BV. Oh my God, he gave me this. He gave me an STD. And that bitch is taking it and writing it down in her book for the day you ever get her fucked up. The day you ever got her fucked up is the day she's going to be like, yeah, but that nigga got you BV and you sitting here telling me about this. You sitting here talking about me, but that nigga got you, that dude, he gave you BV. He gave you STDs. And you sitting there confused like, bitch, I told you this I was telling you, I was confiding in you, I was telling you my business, and you sitting here throwing shit back in my face? Always be very mindful. Be very mindful about some of the friends you guys talk to. Some of you guys are talking to your friends and you guys don't understand that they're secret haters. They don't like you. They really don't like you. They really sincerely don't like you. They really don't like you. It's okay to keep some things private. It's okay to say, you know what? I'm not going to talk about that. Even when they ask, I'm not going to talk about that. I don't feel like talking about that. It's okay to keep some things private. There's no reason, no man and no woman on this earth should ever see you finish. Because why? You never want the day, let's say you ever get into an argument with a friend, and all of a sudden she's like, oh yeah, bitch, that's why the last time that nigga gave you STDs because you don't listen. Excuse me? Excuse me? You bringing up my situation? I thought we were friends. Now because you're mad at me, and she's like, oh my God, sorry. No, bitch. We're not going to talk about, listen, anytime, like, let me make this very clear. It's very normal to have disagreements with your friends. It's very, very normal. It's very, very normal to miscommunication. It's very, very normal, right? If your friend is mad about something, they should be mad at whatever the situation is without having to bring up things that happened in the past, right? So for example, let's say your friend is mad at you because you ate the last chicken. You ate the last chicken. She's like, oh, bitch, you ate the last chicken. That's how the last time you was cheating on Tom with Anthony, and that's how you got STDs. Bitch, we're talking about chicken. Why are you talking about Anthony and Brandon? That's how you know someone's a secret hater. That's how you know. Like, that's literally how you know. It's very evident. Like, anytime someone is mad at you, they should always talk about what they're mad at without having to bring up, like, something that happened 3 years ago. Okay, so somebody asked, what are you supposed to do when your boyfriend is going through things in his life and he's distant? Babe, he's not your husband. He's not your husband. Whatever he's going through, let him carry his own cross. You want to be Captain Save. You're not supposed to be no barber of nothing. He's your boyfriend. And you don't even know how far you guys are going to get to. You don't even know if he's going to get to be your husband. You don't even know. You see, I can say this from experience. A lot of us put ourselves in situations we don't need to be in. Whatever the hell he's going through, let him keep that shit over there. Don't allow him to slow you up. You gotta say to yourself, you know what? Yeah. I'm gonna be selfish because you know why? And I said this in a video. Men are very, very selfish. They put themselves first. If you were going through what you were going through and you became distant, best to believe he's gonna be in Sabrina drawers. He's not gonna be in your drawers. He's gonna be in Sabrina drawers because why? He put himself first. He put himself first. Yeah. That's how men operate. So you got to operate the same. A lot of us, a lot of women, and I feel like that's just our nature, but we need to learn from men. And it's not like we're going to act like men. We learn from them. So let's not confuse it. We're not going to act like men. We're learning from them. So we understand, because in order for us to keep our youth and to keep ourselves happy, we must observe what they do. Because best to believe, one thing a man's going to do, he's always going to be happy. He's always going to go wherever he feels like it. If he wants to cheat on you, if cheating on you is going to make him happy at the moment, he's going to do it. Yeah. So that doesn't mean that You as a woman, you should cheat on a man too because men cheat on women. No, it doesn't. That's not what I mean. I'm more so talking about the emotional part. Like he does what makes him happy. So do what makes you happy. Just because he's going through what he's going through and he's being distant, that doesn't mean you need to also be sad and moping around. You're wasting time. Remember, you're wasting time. So he's sad and distant, whatever the hell he's going through, let him keep that shit on that side. You go talk to somebody else. In the meantime, yeah, go talk to somebody else. Go on a little dates or whatever. Work on your business. That's your time to focus. And it doesn't necessarily have to be that you're talking to another man, but that should be the time you use to focus because men are distractions. Every time a woman tells me, oh, my business is not going too well, I'm not making enough money, I'm like, who's the man? Every time. It never fails. Every time a woman tells me, oh, I'm not making enough money, my business is not going well, oh, my hair's falling out, I'm adding weight, who's the man? I always ask, who's the man? Because it has to be a man. Anytime, and I don't mean, like, this sounds so messed up. It sounds messed up, but I'm not trying to blame men, but it usually is a man. A man is usually a woman's downfall. Because when you're single and you're focusing on yourself, you're not going to be saying, oh, I don't have enough money, I'm not making enough money, I'm adding weight. No, because you're focusing on yourself. So you're going to be in the gym, you're going to find ways to make money, but men are the truest distraction. They are distractions. So anytime I hear a woman say, oh, I'm not doing this right, or I'm like, who's the man? Tell Bestie, who's the man? He's the problem. He's the problem. Yeah. You got to start looking at the people in your circle. Like, who's the problem? It's usually the man. Friendships will fall out because of a man. It's always because of the man. Every time I hear friends argue, who's the man? Who's the man? Oh, you don't want to post on social media, you're too lazy. Why? Well, because you're with your man. It's always a man. So I want you guys to understand something. And I'm not trying to push you guys to be like this hyper independent, I don't need a man type of woman. I'm not pushing you guys to be that. I want you guys to understand healthy balance. I want you guys to understand healthy balance because men are good at balance. So I want you guys to understand that as well. Have a healthy balance. It's okay to, some days not do nothing because you need that. You need to have that time where you recharge. But you also need to know when you need to add pressure. Because man, again, two things we can learn from men is three things actually. We can learn. I'm gonna write a whole book about it. One thing we can learn from men is, first of all, putting yourself first. Number two, healthy balance. Because a man is never going to ignore his time with his friends just to be with you. But a woman will. Because women don't understand healthy balance. A man will sit there and say, yeah, I'm going out with my friends today because we want to, watch the game and then we want to have some drinks. Then you're like, oh no, why? Why? Because you chose to lose all your friendships because you're in a relationship, which you shouldn't. The only reason why you should ever want to not be friends with someone is because of your own volition. It should be because of yourself, because either they don't fit your lifestyle or they're not really improving. It should be because of you. It should never be because, oh yeah, girl, I'm in a relationship now, so sorry, girl. The reason why I wasn't talking to you is because, I had a man. Why is it that because you had a man, you weren't able to talk to your friends? You get what I'm saying? Like, why? Why? It should never be that. So understand that it's okay for you to leave your man at home and say, I'm going with my friends. Yeah. I'm going to hang out with my friends. We're having a girls' night. We're going out. We're going to the club. We're outside. It's Friday night. My nigga ain't at home. Hey. Like, you need that balance. That's what keeps you on your toes. That's what keeps you feminine. You can't always be my man. You got to be on it's Friday night. My nigga ain't at home. Okay, what's happening? Hey, you got to, you know what I'm saying? Be with your girls. Have a good time. You need that. Just like men need their men time, you need your girl time. Somebody asked me long distant thoughts. And I'm getting it out of here. You guys are keeping me longer than I'm supposed to be. I don't like that. You guys are keeping me longer than I'm supposed to be. If you want to ask me any questions and you want to talk to me personally or you want to just have my opinion, get the Baddie Blueprint. Hold on, I'm going to put my timer 5 minutes and I'm out of here. I swear to God. You guys know what y'all doing. Y'all know what y'all doing. So, first of all, long distance, just know he's in another woman's guts. I'm sorry. I'm going to tell you the truth. He's in another woman's guts. Yeah. There's no way that You guys are going to be miles apart, and you think he's not going to have another girlfriend in town. It's not possible. It's not possible. So when it comes to long distance relationships, you need to think about it, him being a friend, a long distance friend. He's a friend. He's a friend. Because men have urges, and and listen, I don't mean to be the one to be negative, and I'm not trying to be negative. I'm trying to be very truthful. Again, I'm bestie next door, okay? So I'm like your best friend next door. I'm not lying to you. I'm not trying to, long distance it could work. Bitch, it's not gonna work. It depends on if he's in training. Like if he's in training, then it's different, right? It's different because he's in training, so he has something to focus on. But if he has barely anything to focus on just besides going to work, coming home, and maybe like school or something, best to believe the girl next door, he's in her guts. Yeah. Because, he's going to be like, it's going to be one of those Friday nights where he feels a little lonely. Like he wants to have somebody to watch Netflix with. And he's like, you know what? Let me call that girl next door to watch some Netflix with me. And then you call, because you know what a man is going to do? He's going to tell the girl. He's definitely going to tell her that, yeah, I have a girlfriend. But then at the same time, when you call, she's going to be right on his arm. She's going to be like, hello? Yeah, babe, how you doing? Yeah, babe. Oh, yeah, I'm just with my friend Brandon. Yeah, we was just playing. It's a boring night. It's a Friday night. It's boring. We ain't doing nothing. We just here chilling. Yeah, we just here chilling. Yeah. Yeah, babe. I was just about to go to sleep. I was supposed to go to sleep. I'm gonna call you back. Yeah, I'm gonna call you in the morning. Yeah. All right. All right. Yeah, babe. Yeah, I love you. Love you. All right. Yeah, you about to. Yeah. It's about to go down. Yeah. What that mouth do? That's how I'm telling you. These men are devious. They're devious. After he gets the phone with you, he looking at the girl like, what that mouth do? Yeah. They're devious. And you sitting there saying to yourself, you on the phone like, you on Instagram like, oh, my man is so sweet. You post a picture, a selfie of you and him like, oh my God, I'm missing my man. Can't wait to see him the next month. Meanwhile, he's sitting there like this with the next girl like this. All in her guts. He's putting dick and balls in her throat. While you sitting there on Instagram like, oh my God, can't wait to see my man next week, posting a selfie of you and him. Looking dumb. Looking dumb and stupid. Looking dumb and stupid. So that's my take on long distance relationships. That's my take. That's my take. So if you want to be in a long distance relationship, if he's paying your bills, then of course you got to make him feel like you're being exclusive, but you also got to have a boy in town. Yeah. You got to have a boy in town that, you know what I'm saying? You got to, again, we are not acting like men. We are learning from men. Difference, okay? We are not acting like men. We are learning from them. Okay? So I don't ever want you guys to ever confuse what I'm saying. I don't want you guys to ever think that I'm telling you, oh, we got to start acting like men. No, we are not the same. We will never be the same. But what we are going to do as women is learn from them. Because one person, the one person on this earth that I can say that knows their value is men. Men know their value. They know their worth. They know their value. They're not scared to walk away. They will always put their happiness first. So we are not acting like men. We are not acting like them. We are learning from them. Yeah. So when guys say, oh, you're trying to act like a man. No, you be like, no, I'm not trying to act like a man. I'm learning from you guys. Yeah. I'm a student to the game. I'm a student to the game. Yeah, I'm learning from y'all. Yeah, I learned that I got to protect my peace. I learned that I got to put myself first. I learned that I need to know how to manipulate. Yeah, to get what I want. All these things. So it's not act like a man. It's learn from them. We are students to the game because, again, women and men are different. Emotionally, we are different. But what we can do is learn from them. Hello. So I'm going to leave you guys with that today. I'm going to leave you guys with that today. I was supposed to be here for an hour, but you guys had me over an hour. So I will try to come on live this week. But if not, Definitely next week. Definitely next week. I'm trying to not overwhelm myself. So if you guys are interested in the baddie blueprint, the digital blueprint, let me explain the two difference to you guys real quick before I get out of here. The baddie blueprint is just strictly leveling up. Strictly leveling up. Strictly leveling up. It gives you access to the WhatsApp community. The digital blueprint is